Bonjour, we are from Group 2. We present to you about Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur. Je m'appelle Sarah and this is my groupmate.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mohamed Zarif Al-Iman bin Mazouki. Je suis étudiant de français UniKL MFI. Je viens de Selangor. J'habite à Ipoh.
Bonjour everyone, je m'appelle Cik Mohamed Isrizal Aizal bin Cik Mat Yusof. Je viens de Kelantan, j'habite à Cote. Je suis étudiant de français à l'UniKL MFI.
We will start the introduction of Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur. Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur, also known as one of the 18 administrative regions of France. The far southeastern on the mainland. Its prefecture and large city is Marseille. Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur is one of the most popular holiday regions in the South France. The regions cover a large area from the Mediterranean Sea up to the French Alps. Its western border of Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur is the Rhone River and its eastern border is Italy. The province includes the French Riviera and is famous for its sunny weather, colorful countryside, tradition, wine, food, and language.
Thank you, Sarah, for the brilliant explanation. For this part, I will explain where the region is located, what and how many departments this region has, and the capital of region. The diagram shows the location of this region in the map of France. This region is located in the southeast of country. Furthermore, this region has 6 districts or departments, among which are Haute Provence, Haute Alpes, Alpes-Maritimes, Bouches-du-Rhône, Vaucluse, and lastly, Var. For the capital of the region is the city of Marseille, which is located in this region, namely the Bouches-du-Rhône department. I will pass to Aizal about the next point, tourist spot, please.
Okay, today I would to share with you guys the tourist spot at Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur. First spot is beaches. Okay. For the first beach is Marseille Beach. Marseille Beach offer a lot of choice with a style for every occasion. Inlet cave out of limestone cliff, the perfect antidote after long hikes. Ideally, boat trips to nature reserve on sandy island, white city beaches to play sport or to party with friends, and private nooks and crannies for romantic swims. Okay, for the second beach is Plaque de Paloma. A very special atmosphere reigns over Plaque Paloma in Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, formerly a favorite haunt of the Picasso family. This is a must if you love wild beach. Take a stroll along the sea front, boasting magnificent views over the Mediterranean. Okay. For the third beach is Plaque de la Salis. Plaque de la Salis is often considered as one of the Côte d'Azur most beautiful beaches. The view over the fortified historic quarter of Antibes definitely make it very special. Okay. For the first beach is Plak Mala, one of the best spots on the beach along the Mediterranean coast. Okay, for the last beach in Provence Alpes Côte d'Azur is Crozet Beach Cane. When the fine weather come around, you will find plenty of sun worshipper reveling in the fine sand running along La Crozet in Cane. Head to one of the town's 30 beach to make the most of the sunshine after a day shipping in Cane's town center. Okay, next I would like to explain about the HILLTOP village in Provence Alpes Côte d'Azur. Okay, first is Chorégieses, the village of the sun. Chorégieses has seen many famous artists such as Jean Cocteau, Gorgeous Dawkins, Mona Christie, Gilbert Valentin, Ponce de Leon, Henry Goetz dedicate their works to it, including 6 sundials that decorate the facade of the town hall and the wall in the church square. This collection has recently been enriched with work by Fabien Ben, Macaroni, Moya, and Sosno. Okay, for the second hilltop village is Saint Agnes. Legend has it the name Saint Agnes come from the story of a princess who had taken refuge in a cave in the village during a storm. It is true that this little community in the hill has something magical about it, suspended right in the middle of the mountain. This is the highest village on the Mediterranean coast, recognizable by its houses clinging in the mountainside packed close together. Okay. For the third hilltop village is the Pays de Gordon. The castle is one of Gordon's most important features. It has been open to visitors since 1950 and we class as an historical monument. Okay. For the fourth place of hilltop village is Is. Is a beautiful hilltop medieval village in the south of France between Monaco and Nice. The village is famous for its spectacular views, impressive architecture, and stunning geographical location above the French Riviera. Okay, for the last hilltop village is Pélion. Pélion is one of the most beautiful villages of the French Riviera. You will discover this beautiful village on an eagle's nest on a sheer cliff. A visit to the old village offers an unforgettable journey through history. Okay, next I will explain about the beautiful landscape. Okay, first beautiful landscape in Provence Alpes Côte d'Azur is the occurs of the Luberon. An intense light, a rocky landscape where hundreds of orange, yellow, and brown shades come to life. Here you are facing the occurs of the Luberon, and especially homegrown geological characteristic. Second, the Puy de Madame Car. The Puy de Madame Car near the village of HILLTOP is a natural jewel where time seems to stand still, the starting point for hiking and famous climbing routes. It's an absolute must to head to the Black Glacier and White Glacier. For the third beautiful landscape, the underwater trail. In RATATOUILLE, Port-Coste, Hilles or Saint-Semer, let yourself be tempted to try an underwater hike. All along the coastline, the underwater trail of the Mediterranean lead you to discover treasure of the marine coastal environment. Monitored by a professional and equipped with a diving suit, a mask, and a snorkel, dive into the mysteries of marine fauna and flora. For the fourth beautiful landscape is the vultures at Rogul. From this village, the hangs from a rocky mountainside, an active road guide will take you to the nearby viewpoint, special observation spot for the majestic bird that can reach more than 2 meters in size. For the last beautiful landscape in Provence Alpes d'Azur is the rocks at Ristoles Mont Viso. The reserve natural the Ristoles Mont Visos in a geological and flora treasure established in 2007. It houses an impressive diversity of rocks, including gabbros, oil, shale, and basaltic lavas. Its rock relief is evidence of its special location, a place where the African and European plate collided 66 million years ago. Around 1,000 plant species bloom in its lawns, meadows, moors, and rocks. Okay, that's all about the beautiful landscape in Provence Alpes d'Azur. Okay, now let's talk about famous food in Provence Alpes d'Azur. First is bouillabaisse. King of regional dishes, bouillabaisse is the signature dish of Marseille. For locals, it appears lies as much in the flavor as in the ceremonial of serving and eating it. Next is ratatouille. Perhaps Provence's most famous culinary export. It even lent its name to a Walt Disney film. Ratatouille is a vegetable casserole consisting of tomatoes, onions, courgettes, aubergines, pepper, garlic, and herb. It can be served on its own with a good chunk of bread to mop up the juice. Okay. Next, let we move for the famous dessert in Provence Alpes d'Azur. First is pompe à l'huile. Pompe à l'huile is an old traditional cake or a dessert bread with a base of olive oil originating from the French region of Provence. It is typically flavored with orange blossom, water, and lemon zest. The cake is characterized by its intricate decoration resembling leaf and star.
At Provence Alpes d'Azur, it has many festivals, but we only pick 2 festivals that is biggest festival that they are had and musical festival. The biggest festival that they are had is Carnival de Nice. Carnival de Nice has been thrilling crowds every February since 1873. The festival is lasted for 2 weeks. The event that held in the morning is called Carnival Parade. "17 floats decorate on a cinema theme will parade to the rhythm of street art and musical bands from all around the world in a colorful and festive atmosphere. In the evening, come and watch the carnival floats light up the heart of Nice to the rhythm of musical bands and visual entertainments." This is the photo in the morning of carnival parades, and this is the carnival light parades that held at night. For flower parade, every year costume models parade on flower-covered floats and throw a hail of flower to the public. The flower parade or battle represent a unique shows renowned on the French Riviera. This is the photo of the flower parade, the event of flower parades. We go to the musical. Corégies d'Orange is the oldest festival in France. It started since 1869. The Corégies d'Orange are a benchmark for opera and classical musical lover. Every summer, this world-famous event attracts 40,000 spectators to the magnificent theatre Antique d'Orange that built in the 1st century BC. This is how crowd and the 40,000 spectators to see the classical musical.
The first point is second beat. What beat means? Do you know that this region is the second largest in the France, which is city of Marseille after Paris, and followed by Lyon, which is in the 3rd place. In addition, in the France, and also known as the port city, the heart of the region is Vieux Port, which is the oldest port in this region. The sale of seafood has been an economic resource for this region for a long time ago. Next, interesting fact about Provence Alpes Cote d'Azur is artists. Why an artist? Because Provence has inspired generation of artists that has been drawn of many famous artists such as Renoir, Cézanne, Picasso, and Vincent van Gogh. Many of their works were directly inspired by the beauty of the local environment. Until now, the region has developed into a region full of colorful arts, both the old and the new generation. Next, the third point is of interesting fact this region is perfume. Provence is home to Greece, which is perfume capital of the world. Greece has held this title since the 7th century. It produced approximately 3/4 of the world's scents and attract millions tourists every year. Next, the last point of interesting fact this region is giant. The giant means is where the locals are very fond of this sport and is the sport of football. Among the giant football clubs in the region are such as OGC Nice, Olympique de Marseille, and AS Cannes. These regional clubs are also able to compete in the French League and European Championship in winning the trophy. For your information, the last season, the Marseille club finished the main league France in runner-up place. Marseille FC were also in the first place in collecting the championship in the Major League of the France from 1928. Okay, I think that's the end of our presentation today. To sum up, there are 5 main points. First, background of region. Second, tourist spot in this region. Third, most popular of signature food of this region. Fourth is vegetable. And the last point is interesting fact about the region. I represented for my group member. Merci beaucoup. Thank you for listening. C'est tout. That's all for today. See you again next time. Au revoir.
We apologize about our pronunciation in French because we are still learning for this language.